Boom, hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel and you're watching Miguel EDC. Today I got one of those videos for you guys. You saw the title and thumbnail, and yes, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top 5 most EDC knives of July 2023. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. By the way, affiliate links are in the description for all of these knives. Those links do help out the channel at no extra cost to you. And also, just for context, I've done these videos before. The idea here is just to quickly share with you guys what were the top 5 knives that made it to my pocket the most in the past month. So that being said, we're going to start the list right off the bat here at number 5, numero 5 here with the Lothar Leech King. I did an unboxing on this guy, and as a matter of fact, due to scheduling, you'll see the review on this guy here very soon. The Lothar Leech King is actually a knife that came to me via the Lothar knife company. They reached out to me via IG, and they just said, wanted to reach out with a knife that I could unbox and review for them. I already done the unboxing video on this knife, and again, the review here should be coming up very shortly with scheduling. This guy rocks a D2 blade, and what I have really loved about this knife is this very interesting blade shape. I see a lot of tanto going on, even with this kind of curved belly right here, curved inward. I see a little bit of a harpoon style right here with this section going on right there. And then aside from that, I love the satin finish on this knife, and look at all of the flat grind going on right here in different sections. It's just an amazing knife right there. You do have a stainless steel section and a G10 portion to the handle as well. It is a thick boy, liner lock and flipper. That's the main deployment option, and there's a little bit of weight to this guy. I mainly EDC this guy not only for, of course, the review, review video purposes to provide you guys with some feedback and things like that, but also I found this to be a very elegant knife to EDC. So if I wanted to go somewhere fancy or what have you, this past month alone, I decided to EDC this knife quite a bit, just because it is again a little bit of the tank side of knives. It's a substantial weight to it, and again, only because this blade shape right here, I'm still mesmerized with it, even though I have other knives that I have certainly EDC more throughout the month. This one here stood out significantly, and it takes that number 5 spot. So more to come on this knife. Again, unboxing video is live in the channel, and also the review is going to be coming out very soon here. All right, at number 5 we have one of the channel classics right here, and I have EDC'd the Spyderco PM2 a ton in the past, especially since acquiring this bad boy sometime last year towards the end of the year. I have EDC'd this guy non-stop since. For a little bit of time, I went ahead and prioritized the PM3 a little bit more. The PM3 actually made it to the top 5 last month. If you haven't checked that out, I'll put a card right here, the top 5 knives that I EDC'd last month. But PM2, I wanted to put the PM3 to the side and EDC the PM2 a little bit more this past month, because there's just something about the PM2 or PM2 that I love so much. I like the longer blade, I like the handle. It's an instant classic and an instant EDC knife that is just so good at everything. Some people say the PM2 is overrated, and it's everyone has one, and it's like all over the place and blah blah blah, and it's so hyped, and everyone thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread and this and that, but it really is. Honestly, it really is. It is that solid of a knife. It is so good, and EDCing this guy has been a pleasure every time. The rotation, where this knife comes around, I'm happy. It puts a smile on my face every single time. My PM2, this particular one, is the standard version. It's not a special version or anything. It does have the S45 VN steel right there, and G10 handles, and ever so good compression locks. So that is very good right there for what you get. There was again a special sale going on this month of July, so I think you could have picked up this guy in this config right here around $140-ish, where it typically retails for almost $170 something. So do make sure to check out those links down below. Again, they're affiliate links that help out the channel at no extra cost to you. If you're interested on learning more about this knife, check out the review video on this knife to learn more. But it is a great EDC knife, awesome, very ergonomic, and it's going to basically do everything that you throw at it with no hesitation. There's a reason why it has stood the test of time. Moving on to numero 3. I got some Spanish for you today. We have the Demco 8020.5, and whereas over the last couple of months I've been giving a lot of love to the sheep's foot, or in this case, sorry, the Demco version of the sheep's foot is the the shark's foot, right? So the shark's foot version right here, I EDC this one a ton, and I love the utility that this blade gives you. This past month, I wanted to give some love to my clip point. There's something about the clip point where, you know, it might not be as good for utility cuts, still slicey, or still really good slicer right there. And yeah, I wanted to, it's a very good looking, sexy looking knife in my opinion, and I never get enough of it. So I do have the basically intro version of the AD 20.5. It has the gravity scales right there, and it has the AUS 10A steel. It's a Taiwan made knife, unlike the Demco 8020, which is a bigger brother, much bigger brother, made in the US, which of course sells for a lot more money. This one, I believe, is around the $150 range or so. In this base configuration, there's a G10 and S30V, I think, for around $250, and there's the titanium versions and all that, which cost a lot more. For me, I just wanted to, you know, get my feet wet in the Shark's Lock world, and this guy has done it for me. It always puts a smile on my face as well when I have a Demco 8020.5 in my rotation. This is said to be one of the strongest locks out there, said by the knife manufacturer himself, Andrew Demco, you know, said to rival the Tryout lock as well, and it's just a very solid EDC. I never get enough of it, and this past month I definitely EDC'd it a ton. So it takes up that number 3 spot. Moving on to the last two, and these two, again, this shows you that price is no obstacle here. So a very affordable, around $50 or so, CJRB Pyrite is at the number 2 spot. Now, if you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you know the OG Pyrite is one of my all-time favorite, most fidgety, best budget EDC knives out there. Yes, all of those categories combined. So earlier this month, I got a chance to pick up a Pyrite in the alt configuration, or the Warncliffe / reverse Tanto / sheep's foot, whatever you want to call it, right? So definitely a different blade shape right there. Check out the unboxing video if you want to see more. There's a review coming up on this guy also very soon, hence why I'm EDCing it so much. I'm looking forward to, you know, giving you some feedback, which should be very much in the ballpark of the OG Pyrite, again with a little bit more functionality out of this blade. But yeah, this knife has just been a very awesome treat to EDC, very reliable, just like the OG one. And with this thumb cutout right here, the reverse flick action on this guy has been amazing. It has made it to definitely has made it to you know, made it in my pocket the most this month so far, with the exception of the number 1 spot. And it's just a very reliable EDC knife, a very reliable go-to knife, no doubt. I can count on it at any time. It's always one of my go-to if I'm ever in a rush trying to figure out what knife to EDC for that day or what have you. It is always a solid choice. It does rock the proprietary CJRB AR PM2 powder steel, which is very good for this budget range, and it has never disappointed me in any possible way. I like that you can forward choke on this guy, and again, this blade shape has given me a lot of utility here for those utility cuts and what have you, have been very nice with this blade. So yeah, just like the original, and with basically this new blade shape, it has been a pleasure to EDC non-stop. So that's spot number 2 there, and let's just go ahead and jump right into number 1, right? The knife that I have most EDC'd this month of July. Bam, there it is. The Spyderco Yojimbo 2. It takes the number 1 spot for a number of reasons, by the way. Spyderco Yojimbo, I'm not talking about my cousin, that's the name of the knife, the Yojimbo 2. And I did an unboxing on this guy and soon dropping a review. It's definitely one of my most recent acquisitions on the channel, one of my more recent Spyderco knives, and I have been EDCing this guy non-stop all throughout the month. Has been my primary. Anytime I carry more than 1 knife, it's my primary, and then I'll have another secondary, or basically there are times where I'm just EDCing this guy alone. It is a great standalone knife, rocking an S30V blade steel right there with a satin finish, a very hollow grind, aggressive hollow grind right there, a very pokey blade tip, and a very sharp edge. There's no doubt about how sharp this edge is. I did a paper cutting test out of the box during the unboxing if you want to check that out. Got the Golden Colorado USA Earth printed in the blade right there. It's been an awesome knife. It really has been an awesome all-around knife with the G10, right? It has got no special config or anything, right? This is your basic configuration with the black G10 and the S30V. I got a chance to pick this guy up on an awesome sale that Spyderco did mid-July, and I basically EDC'd it ever since I got it since, and this knife has not disappointed. Again, it looks so funky, right? Right off the bat, you look at it like, what in the world is even going on with that knife? Why does it look like that? Why is it so oddly shaped? It was actually designed as a self-defense knife, and I mean, you can see how and why it would be a self-defense knife right there. But I mean, for what we use knives in this channel, right, which is for EDC tasks and things like that, you know, cutting cardboard and paper and rope and all these different EDC, you know, plastic, anything you throw at it, this knife so far has done a great job, and I'm sure it will continue to do a great job going forward. Got so much feedback to share with you guys. I'm trying to not make this video too long, so do look out for the review on the Spyderco Yojimbo 2 dropping here very soon. So that being said, let's go ahead and bring them all out right quick here. So at number 5 you had the Lothar Leech King. Right at number 4 you had the Spyderco PM2 or PM2, right? PM, you get the idea, you know what I'm talking about. Number 3 you had the Demco 80 20.5 and the clip point version. I gave it some love this past month compared to the Shark's Foot. Number 4 you had the CJRB Pyrite Alt. And at number 1 you had Yojimbo 2 from Spyderco right there. So those are the 5 most EDC knives of July 2023. You guys be the judge. Let me know which one do you like more or less out of the bunch. I'd love to hear from you guys. Give me some feedback down in the comments. If there's anything specific that you want to learn about these knives, do ask away, guys. I do answer all the comments, or as many of them as I possibly can. If you made it to this point, right, you guys are awesome. I really love you guys. I love the support you have been giving to the channel. We just surpassed 1,500 subscribers, and I'm super pumped and excited, super stoked for what's going to be coming up in the channel here in the very near future. Don't forget to check out those affiliate links down in the comments below that do help out the channel at no extra cost to you. I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Thank you for all your support. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.